Hey, everybody. I have a question for you. I want to know, do you buy into the myth that once you adjust to caregiving, it becomes easy or easier? And I want to tell you that that is not the case. It does not become easier the longer you do it, especially if you don't take care of yourself while doing the caregiving. It's going to become even worse. But let's just talk about the truth behind it and why it doesn't become easier. Like maybe you've been told that you'll adjust, it'll get easier. And, this myth is harmful if you believe it because caregiving is always evolving and changing. And, there's new challenges that come up. It could be a new health challenge. It could be a new medical need. It could be a new doctor that you have to see, hospital visits. All of that is, it changes all the time. New challenges are going to come up. And if you don't realize it, and you don't often even realize that you're burning out because you believe that you can just push through, power through, it'll get better tomorrow, it'll get better next week. And then when it doesn't, you beat yourself up and you feel guilty. You feel like you have failed. Just creates an unrealistic expectation. And, what you need to know instead is that it's okay if caregiving never feels easy. That doesn't mean that you're failing, but there are strategies that you need to start implementing so that you don't burn out and so that you can manage it. I'm just going to talk a little bit about one of my clients and what she went through, and I'll change her name to Jane again to protect her identity. But, Jane half-heartedly took her self-care, and thought of it half-heartedly as a necessity because there would be days and there would be weeks where, things were easy and things did go good until things didn't go so good. And not just for a few days, but for a few weeks. And it was so hard on her because she hadn't been taking care of herself, that she was sick and she could barely get out of bed in the morning. She forced herself to get out of bed, but throughout the day, she couldn't think straight. She could barely function. She was irritable. She wasn't present to really, know what exactly was going on with the person that she was caring for. And so her caregiving was, not very adequate. And she felt even guiltier about that because she's recognizing now how all of this is affecting her and her ability to care for the person that she was caring for. And so this is really the reason why you need to understand how important it is for you to care for yourself and not buy into the fact that if you just push through, tomorrow's going to be a better day. Because in all reality, tomorrow could be even worse for you personally, which in turn is going to have a huge impact on the person that you're caring for. So it's really imperative for you to start to recognize that you cannot push through burnout. It's not just going to go away. And I'll talk a little bit more about the lingering effects that caregiver burnout can have on you. But I just wanted you to start thinking about that and to start thinking about, okay, am I buying into the myth that if I push through, it'll be better tomorrow? Because I'm here to tell you it won't be. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that the clients who have gone through my program will tell you the same thing, that it wasn't until they started doing things different and implementing the strategies that I teach in my course that things started to get better for them. And they felt like they were no longer walking around in, a state of exhaustion with humongous brain fog where they couldn't even think straight. If this is you, I'm going to encourage you to watch my Exhausted to Empowered Masterclass, because in that I reveal strategies that I teach all my clients to go from living like they feel like they're constantly in crisis to having control of their life back.